What's good? I'm that gamer boy Chaos, and today I'm gonna be talking about the craziest day that I have ever experienced in my entire life, which literally happened just 2 days ago. Now, initially I was gonna tell this yesterday on Thursday and just have it be like an extra video that I upload on this channel because it was just really crazy. But I just decided to wait until today because I upload today anyway. So I'm just like, you know what? Just wait. There's nothing wrong with waiting. Let's just wait. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. Now, this all started with my neighbor who lived on the first floor, and for the record, I live in a 4-family house, and for a hot minute, there's been no one living in one of the first floor apartments. So this girl moves in around like the springtime, I believe, of this year. And it's crazy to me because she didn't even live here that long, and I found out this week that she had to move out. And I think she actually had to move out last week, but she didn't want to leave and she just wasn't budging. So this week the landlord wasn't having that shit, so he told her to get the fuck out. And so on Wednesday, it was so fucking chaotic. Like, I was being nosy as shit. Like, I heard her out in the hallway arguing with him and shit, and it even got to a point where she over here calling him a pervert or some shit, and I'm 9 times out of 10 he didn't even fucking do anything, because from what I heard, he was just telling her to get out, and she just over here talking about something, oh, you rushing me and shit, and just fucking being extra. Now, before I go any further into what happened on this day, I need to go back in time to let you know what led up to all this shit. So pretty much, my sister used to be friends with this girl, and you know, they were cool for a little bit, and eventually they fell out. I don't exactly remember what happened, but pretty much, to say the least, this girl is a crackhead, because my sister explained that whenever she would be in her apartment, she couldn't sit still, and she just all jittery and shit, and she kind of has that crackhead look about her. So yeah, but they fell out and they weren't talking for a little bit. Then on some random ass day, when my sister is leaving to go to the corner store, this bitch is in her window naked talking about some,
oh, where was that energy from the other night?
So my sister turned around like, oh, it's right here, don't worry, I'll be right back. So my sister go to the corner store, got what she needed, came back, went upstairs, put her sneakers on, and when she came back outside, the mess, which I'm gonna call the girl, the mess was outside with her sneakers on, which she usually be wearing like flip-flops and shit. So that that's an indicator that she ready to fight. But she also had her dog just sitting there, and her dog wasn't gonna do nothing, but it's just like, bitch, if you want to fight, put your dog up, because if the bitch do in fact wanna jump in and be biting motherfuckers, then it's gonna be a problem. So my sister said put the dog up, and she did, and they started scrapping. And for some reason, this bitch, she was in the grass, like wanting to fight and shit, and it was raining, so it's all muddy and shit. And my sister was even saying like, it don't even make no sense, like, why the fuck you want to fight in the mud and shit? Like, they over here slipping and shit. Now, I just want to make a disclaimer, I never actually saw the fight. I just heard like a little argument outside. Like, I was trying to be nosy, but I'm on the 3rd floor, so I can't even see shit. But they was in the grass fighting, slipping around and shit, and to say the least, my sister whooped her ass. And because my aunt was also there with her boyfriend, she watching the fight, she was laughing, and the mess, she got mad at my aunt because she was laughing or whatever, and she was I don't know what she said, but pretty much she was on some like, oh, you next type shit, even though she got her ass beat. So it's like, what, she's next to fight you and whoop your ass too? Like, I don't know. But yeah, so from that point on, like, they were really not on good terms, like, all of them. Now, for some reason, it seemed like the mess had a vendetta against my aunt, all because she laughed while she was getting her ass beat or whatever. Like, I don't get it. Like, how you have more smoke for the person that was watching the fight laughing at you? Like, yeah, I get it, it's just like humiliating or whatever, but how you got more smoke for that person than the person that was whooping your motherfucking ass? So a couple weeks ago, my aunt ordered something off of Amazon, and when it got here, she couldn't find it. So she asked everyone if they saw a package in her name, and the only person that saw it was the mess. And so she found that really suspicious, and even when she told me about that, I'm like, yeah, that's suspicious as fuck. Like, you the only one that saw it and the package is somehow missing? Like, yeah, it's looking like you took that shit. I mean, like, you on the 1st floor, so You could see if the mailman got here, put that shit down, you fucking probably went outside, oh, package, let me see what this is, and you snatched that bitch up. So, yeah, that was looking very suspicious. So, long story short, my aunt and the mess got into a huge argument, and I ain't gonna lie, I feel like that argument really solidified the vendetta the mess had against my aunt, because, yeah, that shit... Like, that was kind of like the final straw for both of them, I feel like. Now, back to this week on Wednesday, the mess was saying little slick shit to my aunt all day, and my aunt was just ignoring her. And so, the mess continues packing or whatever, and honestly, I didn't know this happened until that day, but apparently she sold her car, like, the week prior or whatever, and so, like, she didn't have a source of transportation. So, she was calling her dad to, like, help her, like, move her shit and whatever. And so like my aunt was like, she just mad at the world right now, like I ain't even worried about her. And so a little later, I don't know what happened, but the mess, she was just focusing on moving or whatever, and all of a sudden she see my aunt and she gonna talk about something, yeah, that's why she's scared of me or whatever. And so that's what set my aunt off. She's like, all right, so now when I get the chance, I'm not about to ignore her anymore, because I was ignoring her all day. And so I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fair, because like, what is she even like? Because now she's trying to act all bold in front of her father, and I think her father's friend or whatever. I don't. It was two other people. I know one of them was her dad, and I don't know who the other guy was. But yeah, she trying to act bold in front of other people. She doing too much. So me and my aunt were just talking about her, and my aunt was like, you know what? I want to go antagonize her. I don't know why. Like I just want to like say some slick shit to her to like bother her. And I'm like, you know what? If you're feeling bold, do it. Why not? And so we came up with the elaborate plan to go to the corner store. Well, pretend like we go into the corner store. I mean, we did, but like, it was a whole ploy. Like, we went to the corner store to like create a diversion just to go to the front of the house and, you know, be seen by her or whatever. And when we come back, she was gonna say something slick. I was like, okay, so you could be on your phone or pretend to be talking to someone on the phone and be like, yeah, that's why she's scared of me, like pretty much mock her or whatever. And yeah, we see where it go from there. However, when we came back from the store, we heard some yelling from out the window, and it was my sister yelling at her. So it's just like, oh shit, like what the fuck? And so my aunt was just laughing, because that's what she was planning on doing initially. She was just planning on like laughing at her while she was packing. So yeah, my aunt was laughing at her while she was arguing with my sister, and then the mess gonna come over to my aunt, all up in her face and shit. And so my aunt was ready to fight, but she didn't want to swing first. So she dropped her phone and everything. I'm like, damn, you're just gonna drop your phone like that? So I pick up her phone, and she talking about something, I'll swing first. And it's just like, bitch, you came over to her. Like, bitch, you was across the street putting your shit into a car. You came over to her. How you gonna walk up on her like that, talking about something, you don't swing first? And so after that happened, my sister rushed down the stairs, and so this is when just the chaos started, and it was just a whole lot. Like, it was a bunch of yelling and shit. Like, oh my god, like I don't even fucking know. Apparently the mess tried to swing on my aunt a couple times when people were around, but she didn't do it when they were face to face, when we were on the sidewalk. But when they were on the porch, that's when she wanted to like try to swing, but it didn't connect. And so my aunt was just like, connect it, come on, hit me. And she just didn't do it. And so it's just like, man, like the mess is really all bark, no motherfucking bite. Like, if she did get into a fight, because I'm like, my sister said all she did was pull her hair or whatever, but my sister was throwing them hooks and jabs to her face. So yeah, so eventually they all get separated and nothing happened, and my sister went upstairs and she was still talking shit through the window, just loud yelling and shit. And so I don't know how this timing was perfect but not perfect at the same time, but my brother comes home shortly afterwards, and me and my aunt are just talking on the porch, and my brother, he has headphones on, and since he hears my sister yelling, he looked like, what the fuck is going on? So we tell him what's going on, and he's just like, unfucking believable, because honestly, like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, this was a whole lot. If you could be heard from outside just yelling, that's crazy. Like the whole neighborhood is quiet and just someone yelling loud as shit. So I understand where he was coming from with this. So then my sister come downstairs and my brother is telling her that, like, yo, like, you look crazy just yelling out this window. Like, why are you giving this irrelevant person so much of your energy? And both my sister and my aunt were saying, like, yo, you don't know what led up to this shit. And like I said, I can understand both their points. I can understand his point and I can understand their point as well, because the mess was bothering my aunt all day. Like, she's saying little slick shit. So eventually my sister and my brother start arguing, and this is nothing new to me. They argue almost all the time. Like, they argue like every year, I feel like. So this was nothing new, but it was kind of crazy because my brother went into my sister's room and he trashed it. He kicked her cat's food bowl. The cat food was everywhere. He wrote some shit on her door and pretty much like graffitied it or whatever, and it was all really unnecessary. I'm just like, yo, they are never gonna be on good terms again after this. Like, there's been times where they fought and it was kind of like a big argument, whatever, but for the most part they made up over time. I don't think they're gonna recover from this. I don't think so. And unfortunately for me, my room is kind of like a bridge. Like, my sister and my nephew have to walk through my room to get in and out of theirs, and I hate it so much. But I have fucking front row seats to that shit, and literally I just went back to fucking editing my Manhunt 2 video, which I want to talk about at the end of this video. But yeah, all this other shit, like, a lot more shit happened, but I don't want to go into too much detail because it is kind of personal. And yeah, this shit was so fucking crazy. Like, it was a whole lot. Like, that was such a chaotic and eventful day. Like, it started off good, but then when my brother and sister started going at it, it was like, okay, this doesn't need to be happening right now. But I also want to mention that I might actually be moving or switching rooms soon with my brother, because he's going to be moving out soon. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm finally going to have privacy because, like I said, my room is a bridge. My sister and nephew can't get in and out of theirs without going through mine. So, yeah. It's going to be nice to finally have that, because there's been a lot of times where, like, they got in the way of me making videos and shit. And yeah, it's gonna be nice to have my own room and shit, and I don't have to worry about no bullshit that much, I feel like. But yeah, that was my crazy ass day on Wednesday earlier this week. And I also want to mention something with my last video. That shit got age restricted not as soon as I posted it, before I even posted it. I never had a video get age restricted that fast before. Like, I had a video on my second channel where I was talking shit in Call of Duty, and because of all the cursing and whatever, they age restricted the video, and they age restricted it immediately after I posted it. And that was the fastest I ever got a video age restricted before. But this right here took the fucking cake. I got the notification in the email from YouTube saying that it got age restricted before I even posted it. I don't even think it was done processing. I'm like, yo, you cannot be serious. But yeah, so that's why in the beginning of this video I mentioned that I wanted to record this and post it yesterday on Thursday, and just have it as something extra for this channel, because, you know, you had me fucked up. Like, you're not about to just sit here and fucking, like, because I knew the video was gonna flop because it is age restricted. Age restricted videos don't do well most of the time. So yeah, at this point I feel like I'm rambling, but I just wanted to mention all that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave some comments, subscribe, hit the bell notification shit, do all that good shit, and I'll see you next time.